Hey everyone, it's Adam and Katie for Stop
Hammock
Share Time.
Still hammock time.
Hammock time.
Chairs.
We're like that one show that used to be Hammock Time or used to have a hammock, but we have to repair our hammock stand. So now we're in the turquoise chairs, but it's still Stop Hammock Time.
We still love each other.
We do. So, how y'all doing this evening?
Say y'all.
Yeah, I say it sometimes. I pretend.
Okay.
I have southern roots on my mother's side. And so, even though up here you say you guys, do we say you guys? It just came out that way. We say you guys instead of y'all, but y'all. But I tried to say y'all. One time we did a play with my cousin, William. Anyway. We have bad connection out on the porch. I'll just keep going. So glad you guys are here. So we friends, people we know, loved ones. We have a family member who had an animal pass away too. It's just been realized that let's try this. Is this better? Okay.
You're welcome to take it.
We'll try this spot. See if it's better. But it's been a hard day, as a lot of you know. Writing, speaking friend Winter Pitts passed away unexpectedly. You might know her. Daughter was the actress in War Room, if you saw that movie. So please be praying for the Pitts family and the Evans family. And I wanted to tell you, so the day when my book came out was July 10th, and I didn't know till the end of the day that Winter's book also came out that day, and it's called God's Girl Says Yes. And it says what God can do when we follow him. And this is a book for tween girls. That was a lot. Winter has 4 beautiful girls. And I was thinking of something maybe the Hammock Time community could do to reach out and to continue Winter's legacy, because she said yes to God. She was an example of a woman that cared for her family and her kids and did writing and speaking things too. She said yes to him. They had recently moved to Nashville, which, you know, it's not easy to move away from family. We know, we've done that before. But I was thinking, and there's no pressure to do this, but if you guys want to go online and buy a copy of this book and give it to a tween in your life, maybe you have a child that's a tween or you know one at church, but God's Girl Says Yes. And I just think that that would be a great way to continue on Winter's legacy of impacting people all over the globe about saying yes to God. And it reminds me, we had people we know that the husband just passed away. We have other people we know they're going through a hard time. There was an accident and their spouse is in critical condition. Life can change so quickly. And there's a story I heard from Elizabeth Elliot, not from her, but about her. And so if you don't know, Elizabeth Elliot and her husband Jim were missionaries, and he was killed on the mission field. And one thing I've heard through the rumor mill that she said one time is that her husband used to snore. And she said, you know, that's a real little thing. And actually, that's a thing you miss when your spouse isn't there. But at the moment, it can just feel so frustrating, like, oh my goodness, I can't get any sleep. But, you know, when tragedies like this happen, it puts things into perspective. You hold each other a little tighter. You don't get so annoyed with little things. And so we just want to keep this short tonight, but just to say, we want to say yes to our spouse as much as we can. We want to remind them how much we love them, even if they're driving us crazy, because life is fleeting, and we want to be people that say yes to God, that say yes to each other, that can extend grace and overlook small things.
Big things.
What is your 2 cents?
It's good. I'm cashed out. I don't even have 2 cents right now.
I see what you did there. So, how are you guys doing this evening? I hope you enjoyed last week when we did Hot Seat Hot Date with Carrie. That was so much fun. We'll do that again in the future. We have some exciting guests lined up for you guys coming later this summer and this fall. If you have someone that you think would be a great guest on our show, let us know. But also be sure, hey Dave and Deborah, we miss you guys. You should come to church sometimes so we can see you. We'd love to come out in our old stomping grounds as well and go see you guys. But we hope you'll tune in because we're going to do I can't even say it.
Hot seat, hot date.
Yes, and it's a contest we're doing. So if we bring you on the show, you'll be entered. And then this fall, you could win a $50 gift card to go on a hot date with your spouse.
With your spouse.
But if you're not married, you could invite maybe someone you like who's not married to go.
My brother will be in town soon.
Oh, yes. Remember how we had Adam's brother in town? That's why I think a lot of you tune in because you're hoping that he will be on the show again. So what really matters in life, it is loving God, loving the people around you, and not letting those little annoyances or even those big annoyances cause a wedge. Hey, Amy, we see you there. Any parting words or...
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. I just put lipstick on. Will you kiss me anyway? Some days it's like I choose lipstick or kissing him. I should always maybe not wear the lipstick so I could kiss him.
Or just wear kiss-proof lipstick.
Yes. Does anyone wear that lip scent stuff? I still haven't bought any of that, but I should. I did on our wedding day. It was the old school stuff that I think just stained your lips. But I did wear that.
You could just get a permanent lipstick tattoo.
Yeah, some people do any of you, raise your hand if you want to admit, have tattoo makeup? My friend did that with eyeliner. Did you know that?
Didn't.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Angela, how are you doing, friend? Big hugs. I need to vox you. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to Adam. This is Adam and Katie for Stop Hammock Time. Thanks for tuning in. Hug your loved ones and remember what really matters. And I would love it if you guys want to go purchase a copy of Winter's latest book, God's Girl Says Yes, What God Can Do When You Follow Him. He is good. He is faithful, even when hard times come. And I just want to share one final thought. I was at a ladies' get-together tonight, and we've had a lot of loss and hard things in our church, and they said they have this tradition that when things are hard, they buy Rocky Road ice cream because we're on a rocky road, but we want to remember God's goodness and his faithfulness even in that rocky road. And one of the women was praying for a man in our church who passed away, and she pictured God holding this man in the hollow of his hand. And the lady that was talking tonight said, when we're on the rocky road of life, sometimes, we are in a rut. But she said, God has us in the hollow of his hand between that hard place. He loves us. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Carrie. So glad you guys are here. God is with us. He is good. He is faithful, even on those rocky roads of life. Much love from us here in Michigan, and we will see you next week.
Bye.